on. I think we might be. There's a bit of faffing around. Good evening. I hope anyone that's watching is well and that you can hear me. I should have checked what the source is. I think the source is this webcam. It'll probably get better when I sit down. I will sit down in a moment, but I'm kind of doing the arranging things in the room dance because I was late coming up. There we go. I think that's it. Hello. Hello, everyone. Or no one, depending. So, what's happened this week? A crap ton has happened this week. Hello to Dad, who's got COVID, which is unfortunate. You can just see that. Maybe I'm sorry for the Blair Witch camera movement. I'll just sort of swing away over there just to sort of try and get my hand out of the frame if I can. There you go. I'll put that in there. Oh, look, the supercomputer's in the shot. So, what's the deal for tonight? Well, there's no one jumping in yet. First order of business is the little Mosfet. There it is down there. This little Mosfet of mine. I did test it, and there's nothing wrong with it. So that would indicate that the contacts in this speed control are just absolutely knackered. So another one's been ordered, but finding one with a short trigger was quite tricky. But it does look to be the same as the drill one, and there's this little mounting tab for a post that'll lock that in. So I'm hoping AliExpress comes through, and if it doesn't, I'm wondering if there's a way that I can price this off and substitute it onto the other one. So that's the plan. Unfortunately, I did follow a guide to test the Mosfet, and it seems to be holding a charge, and it seems to be discharging fine. So being used as a switch, it does work. After spraying just an absolute metric ton of contact cleaner down here to try and clean the contacts, and then hooking it back up to the motor, it didn't make a difference. So I'm guessing either the little wiper mechanism on this trigger has, I should go that way. Everything's opposite to what I think it is because it's shooting upside down. The wiper mechanism has gone, or the actual tracks have been worn away, neither of which I can really do anything about. So I'll wait because there's so little in this thing. I should be able to find one that will actually do the job, I hope. So enough about that. It was nice to take apart and try and figure out, but I also figured out that it was beyond my pay grade and, well, I say, not in my wheelhouse. So I'm just going to move you back up. Sorry about the Blair Witch vision. Oh, that's not bad. Or maybe, oh, hang on. That way? Maybe that way? We'll see. I really wanted this a bit more straight on, but the camera has been somewhat rearranged. What else? New things. This one's close to hand, so I'll start with that one. Some router bits, and I hope these are, my gosh, they look savage. I actually haven't opened these up. These are the new router bits for the bowl cutting. So the idea, where is it? It's down there. The idea is that bearing will follow the template, which is under another pile of stuff over here. It'll follow the template and trace around there with the bearing and cut out the bowl. I've ordered a set of these on eBay, and they'll be here sometime before next October with China Express postage. And then I saw these on Amazon for the exact same price. Well, in fact, I bought one on eBay for the same price as 3 on Amazon. Now, I don't think realistically my router is going to be anywhere near powerful enough to use that. But if it did, it would make the job much faster. But I think what I might be doing is looking for another router, to be fair, or pulling the 1/4-inch router out of the terrible router table and at least making use of the machine. So that was good. They arrived, and hopefully they'll get used soon. What else? What else has arrived? The printer is very busily printing something. I'm testing out that I have fixed it after putting on a new nozzle. I just printed this. This is it's still got some stringy bits on it, so require some snips and just snip them off. Still got a bit there. Oh dear. Will I get to that? Maybe. Yeah, I'm getting there. And so what time is it? I'm not sure what time it is. This is meant to be an Apple Watch stand, so you can put your charger cord through here, run it out the back, and it stands up nice like that. You can also put a weight in there or a magnet to attach it to something. And then one's Apple Watch should sit very nicely upon there and charge. Although I would show mine, but mine has gone flat. So that's a bit of a pain in the butt. There you go. So there's that. There are... Oh, where'd I put the router bits? Oh, there. Tiny box. I don't know what. Got to get recycled. What else has come? Should I go to the least interesting first? The least interesting are some books. Some books arrived. I have always got, well, I try to have in the workshop, and anywhere that I'm workshopping, I try and keep some tools to do what I used to say planning and analog. So I've found these White Lines grid books, and they're handy. They've got various drawings of things and working out of things in them. But they're kind of hard to get. They're very hard to track down, and the White Lines ones especially, because they have a grey background with a white grid on them. They're about $19 each, and I can't afford that anymore. I'm poor. But before the end of financial year, where can I hide that now? I can't hide it anyway. You'll hear things crashing because I've hit them and they've fallen off. I found these, and grid books at least, so that should be fine. And these are on Amazon for about $3 a piece, so I bought a few of them. My other half used to do, well, didn't used to do, she still does. She introduced the concept of bullet journaling. Anyone that's seen that? And it just is a nicer way. There's such a variety of things you can do with the grid on the page. Plus, when you're doing technical drawings for woodwork, things where you want to be able to scale things and use the grid to actually assist, it's a much, much easier proposition to do. So I actually find it much better to use grid books for anything. And I actually encourage kids at school to use grid books for other things, especially neat writing. Put one letter per square. And there were kids finding that actually did help. So it's a silly hint, but there you go. Jim's ridiculous hints for meaningless things. But that's fine. What else arrived? I had the camera's now overhead. This is the new camera angle on the boom. Thank you to everyone that commented with the Basil Brush Boom Boom. I was very impressed that many people knew Basil Brush. I dropped my laptop this week. I did drop it. It didn't drop very far, but I only noticed tonight it has got a definite dent in the corner. And the funny thing is, I was asked to not walk around with my backpack because, reasons. #reasons. So I had to get a laptop sleeve and carry that around. And at some point, I had put the laptop in the sleeve and not zipped the sleeve up. Went to put it in my backpack in the afternoon, and it fell from about the height of a chair on that corner onto a hard floor because my office has tiles. So that's sad, but that's all right. But I got two booms. There are two of these things. They look like this thing. In fact, one of them's got a light on it. Well, the other one has a light exactly like this, and one's got the little webcam. And hopefully the webcam, our issue has been sorted. Certainly has taken a long time to try and get it right. Lots of stuffing around, lots of test streams, so hopefully they haven't gone out too publicly. It's just been a long, long haul. Both printers seem to be working, and I'll say that because one of them has got, that's some serious ringing, it looks like, on a 19-hour print to print sort of a modified drill holder that doesn't go on the wall like that. It actually goes on the underside of a cupboard and the drill goes in that way, which will hopefully stop it from just resting on the button. So fingers crossed that works, but I don't know. Looking at the ringing, I would say that's going to be unlikely. Won't know for another 19 hours. Last thing that arrived. The last thing that arrived, and I was going to use this. I might use it tonight. There we go. I do some unboxing. If I just move the camera up. There we go. That'll do. So the last thing to arrive is this. And it's a meter. It's a meter. I have one already. In fact, I have many. The trouble is, there's something under here. I bet it's the screw for that heatsink. It is. The trouble with my meters is that they very rarely stay with me because my lovely, lovely son also likes electronic things and likes testing things, and he either borrows the meters and puts them in things that go pop. Well, the meter goes pop before the thing goes pop, or they get commandeered and I don't see them again, and I'm sure my father would say that I did the same. So I ordered a meter, and I get to take this to work. So it's a Unity. If I put it that way. There. It's a, oh no, it is that way. It's backwards for me. It'd be backwards for you as well. It's a Unity palm size UT33A Plus multimeter, or if you're from America, multimeter. And apparently it has an LCD backlight. It's auto ranging, which is a feature I do like. It's 2 meter drop test. Well, hopefully it fares better than my MacBook. And this set me back the grand total of, if I cover up there, $28.95 from Radio Parts. So thank you, Radio Parts, even though you didn't give me it, but I spent my own money on it. But I did order it on the 29th of June, and it was here very, very quickly. I had actually ordered a different one that was cheaper than this, and then I was refunded the money because I got a very nicely mixed translated message to say that they couldn't supply it for whatever reason. So they refunded the money, and I thought, better order it before June 30 because I want to be able to claim this. Also because at work I have had to check voltages in 3D printers, laser cutters, and CNC machines. It's just, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not an electrician, but I can at least check that something has 12 volts or 5 volts or 24 volts, or if something is connected that's supposed to be, or something that is supposed to be isn't connected. So that's my plan. So let's do a live unboxing. Is it made in China? It is made in China, in Guangdong province in China. There we go. Unitrend Technology China Co. Limited. So it comes with a meter into bubble wrap and probably a set of pretty rubbish probes, but I think, oh, they've got caps on them. They look to me to be very similar to Fluke probes, which are pretty much the standard. It's kind of like how Makita have the standard for Traxor rails, or Festool do, and everyone copies it. But it does mean that I should be able to go and buy a set of probes that will work with this. But I might have a go with this tonight. Oh, it's not packaged very well. Let's look at the instructions. The destructions, as they say, it says it's rated for 600 volts. I don't think I would put it in the, it's a Cat 2 rating. I don't think I'd put it in a PowerPoint and try it out. It does have a 10 amp fuse. So theoretically, if I put it in the PowerPoint, the fuse would pop before I was killed. Although chances are I wouldn't, yes. Oh, there's batteries included in it. Weight, 206 grams, battery included. Or does that just mean the weight is 260 grams with batteries in it? I don't know. Let's see if it has batteries. It's got a four count display. 4 digits. It's very, this is meant to be a sort of rubbery, it's very plastic, fantastic. It's, I would say that's PVC. It's not very, this is the time it jumps out of my hand and smashes on the floor. Yeah. Battery, AAA, 1.5 times 2. I don't know if I could actually get away with putting nickel metal hydride 1.25s in it. To have them rechargeable, that would be nice. Oh, look, and it's got batteries in it. What brand are they? They are super heavy duty. Oh, hang on. What brand are they? They're, oh, come on. Rotate. I'm going to have to leverage one out, aren't I? Yes, I am. They are super heavy duty Tianqi. Tianqi. Almost sounds Chinese with me trying to say it. I'm sure they're of the highest quality imaginable. Does it still turn on? Oh, it turns on. That's fine. So there you go. Lovely to have. Look, $28.95 with batteries. That's probably why it was not sealed up very well. I wouldn't have thought, you can't usually send anything that has batteries in it. So, sorry, Australia. Batteries. They're trees that have bats living in them. So now I have to try and force it together. Lovely. So, let's see. So, take off that. Oh, 2 black plugs. Couldn't even give me a red plug and a black plug. 2 black ones. Common. That one. And this is probably the setting which I will use it the most. Where's that Mosfet? So this Mosfet has got three pins on it. So this is the gate. This middle one is the drain. This is the source. If it had a 4th pin, that would also be a drain. So what I should be able to do is set this to diode test. Oh, there you go. I can turn on the backlight so everyone can see. Now, which way did I do this? I can't quite remember. I think it's got to go. I think I had to do that first. So between the drain and the source. And then if I connect across here, nothing. And now I connect there. So yeah, between, and now I touch those 2. And now that should be discharged. If I have indeed touched them. Yeah, I've touched them. So basically, my understanding is that this is operating almost like a capacitor, and I can charge it with the meter going between the source and the drain. All right, so I hold that there, and then I measure across the gate and the drain. No, I measure across the gate and the drain there, and then I go this way. Yeah, and so that lets me know that it's been charged, and then I can touch those 2, and then I'll measure across it again, and it discharges. So that lets me know there was nothing wrong with the Mosfet. It's further inside that that thing. So that's good. And that works. So what else can I try? Can I test it on something? I've got a buzz. I've got a continuity buzz. Maybe I can, oh look, give me There we go. Here's a cable. Oh, look, that'll be much easier because I can click it on. So I'll put that there. Click that one on there, and then stick my probe in. And that's connected. But that side, no connected. Lovely. So that's pretty much what I'd use it for. I would use it for checking voltages, maybe. So DC volts, and I could, check that this Makita is charged up to 19.98 volts. That's good. The problem with Makita batteries is that with Makita tools, the batteries go because there's no charge protection and battery protection in the tool. It's in here, which I suppose is a good thing because this is more expendable than the rest of the tool, and it's obviously a lot cheaper. But I don't know, people that I know that have Makita tools go through batteries a lot. They really do, because as soon as the battery thinks you can't charge it, that's it. You're sort of locked out. And there are people that have hacks and ways around. I'm just picking the crap off the back of it. Ways around to do it, but I don't see it. I think I'm better off with what I have. I kind of feel heartened to know that I've backed the right horse there. So what's on tonight? Well, I thought what I might do is actually put these things to use and make something. And if anyone has a question, I doubt it, but they can always watch it. All two people. Hello, two people. So I've got this little circuit board. This is meant to be a flasher. Ooh. Oh my. Now, last time I got one of these, and I think it's going to be the same problem, that oh my god, they actually line up. That's last time I got one of these, the offset for the pins on the power header were not right for here. So, what's this got? I might zoom down. By zoom, I mean physically move the camera down so you can see what's on here. So, can I point? I can point maybe with a pencil. Would that work? So there's a 470 ohm resistor, two of those. There's two 10k resistors, so I'll use the meter to check those. There are two 47 microfarad capacitors. What else have we got there? There's two LEDs that go there, and it looks like two diodes there. And voltage in it can take between 3 and 9 volts. So I think we've got a little battery pack, or a little cord for a battery pack that I can solder on there, and hopefully that would be outputting 3 volts. We shall see. So that's it. If not, I've got some wire that I can put on there and hopefully test it out. So I might have a go at making this and see what we have. So I would probably start with the smallest components, having learned from my mistake. And I do not know resistor codes. I know there are some lovely ways of remembering them. Are they diodes or transistors? I don't know. I should check up, but there is no schematic on the eBay listing. There is a picture of the board, but I've got 3 or 4 of them, so it might work. I know I've done one of these before in a long format video and blew it up. So try again. So I'll need some lovely leaded solder. The soldering iron has been heating up. Unfortunately, being zoomed in, you're going to see my hands do lots and lots of shaking. I might strategically place tools so that I know where the far reaches of the screen are. So I might just sort of, if I know that I'm anywhere in here, and I don't know where the meter probe is. Oh wow, it's a long way in. Okay, so I've got to really sort of keep it over there. Okay, so what should I test first? I should test the resistors. So I'll hit that, put that onto resistance, and I'll pick up a resistor. Viva la resistance. And let's check. 9.85. Oh, I should put that down there so I can say 9.85K. So they're my 10K resistors. And I would guess that these are my 470 ohm. 0.48, yeah. Okay. Lovely. All right. So these are my 10K. So I might start with, are they the hardest ones? They're in the middle. They're in the middle. They're the difficult ones. So let's start with them. And then work our way to the easier components. Now, when I do resistors, I do have a lead forming machine, but I've actually just found you just sort of bend the legs like that, and hopefully they're bent enough. They're as bent as they need to be to go through. I'll try not to drag it towards myself, but I can't really see very well. So I shall do my best. And then this one, twist the leads out. And should I line them up so they're the same way around? Yeah, go on. Why not? Make them the same. All the people that want them to be the same will be happy. And all the people that don't want them to be the same won't care. Now what I might do, I might just balance this on this roll of solder. That'd be a good idea. My iron has been warming up, so it should hopefully... Oh yes, nice. Solder one leg of each. Oh my god, look at that. They're terrible. But they're actually, it's a bit of a tight squeeze, so yeah. This is free content. What do you expect? If you want a professionalism, you should be watching Aussie Matt or EV blog. Not me. They look okay. Those joints look alright. Snip the legs. I've just been watching Rocky. That's the other reason that I've been late. Because Rocky finished, and then I thought, oh, it's still a lot of time before the stream. Oh, I can do other things. So I started doing very interesting things like dishes and cleaning. And then I went, oh, bugger, it's nearly time for the stream. I don't think I'd be allowed to start the stream with some kind of Muppet-style intro. That'd be funny, though. But I like Rocky. I've got more of an appreciation for that film because it's... when I was a kid and I watched it, and I used to watch a lot of those sort of underdog sporty movies as an outlet for wanting to be an underdog sporty person. It was really about the... who cares about the story? Just get to the training and the fighting bits. But now when I watch it, it really resonates how good a film that is. It's clearly an Oscar-winning film, and that's coming from me, who's a fan of Jaws. But anyone who knows Jaws knows that it lost in virtually every category to Rocky. Oh, I should put these the same way up. Are they the same way up? It's so hard to tell. No, I think that yellow stripe's at the top. I can't, with these little brown can resistors, I can't tell which way up the bars are going, but I think these are going to work better. And I got to try and remember to stay towards the soldering iron. so that I can actually see what's happening. Okay. And I realize that I'm talking near the soldering iron, which is where the camera is. And, oh, it is pushing down. You can hear the printer squeaking. Can I get to this one? Lovely. That one looks a bit blobby. Oh, that one's a bit hot still. Funny that, because the soldering iron, that is set to probably a bit too much, really. I'll turn it back a bit. Set to about 450 degrees. Has just been touching that one, so yeah, it would be a bit hot. Who'd have thought? We had to do the talk about hot glue guns this week, which people seem really surprised when you say it's called a hot glue gun. It's hot. Right, resist. What's the next? Probably these little diodes, and you've got to bend the legs on them. So I don't know if you can see. They've got 3 legs, and one's got to get bent back, and that's always a pain in the. Do you reckon I can actually get to it to bend it without touching the others? I don't know. I've got very fat fingers. Just try and get a fingernail underneath it. Nope. What I might do is I wish I had a flat screwdriver with me. I might just press. There we go. Press it down, and then I wonder if I can sort of. There we go. Like that. Let's see if that will fit. Will it fit? Perhaps. With a bit of. Trouble is, I'm trying to do it where the poor, long-suffering viewer will actually be able to see it. Oh, have I got it there? Oh, I've done it. By Joe, I've done it. Oh, that. And splay the legs. There we go. Now, can I? No. Maybe I can get one. This is where some of those little helping hands would be helpful, but I threw them away. What I need is something that I can't find. You know, I used to use was blue tack. I do have a circuit board holder, but it seems quite overkill. Do you want me to get the circuit board holder? Why not? Break out all the toys. Whoa, look at this. It's slightly overkill. Well, it's not slightly overkill. It's very overkill. And it may be that it's just too hard for that. Can I? There it is. Yeah, can that focus on that if I move it up slightly? And oh, is that going to focus if I move that? No, I'm moving it in the wrong direction. I'm very sorry. Okay, let's see. At least if I should be able to get my face out of the camera's view, which would be good. Clean your tip. Always clean your tip, kids. And you'll see that this tip looks like a shovel compared to probably what it should be. Now I'm aware that I may have just bridged those 2 connections. Can I go around that way a little bit? Nope. Maybe I haven't bridged them. We'll see. If I have, and I go to turn it on, and it doesn't work, or better yet, smoke comes out, that'll be exciting, won't it? So then I can flip it over and find the next one. More lead bending. And it's got to go that way, which means bending that one forward. Don't look how on the wonk it is. It is very much on the wonk, but that's okay. There, and then try and bend that like that. Oh, that's looking better. I would have thought they'd have bent them to face each other, but maybe they can't. Maybe they couldn't do it. I might have to get in there, you bugger. Ah, I've dropped it. That's bad. That's all gone wrong. Try again. Come on. There we go. We're in beeswax. Oh, that's all right. Easy. Steady on there. Steady on, old girl. Poor YouTuber reviled for sexist comment. Now, everything I've learned from soldering. I think they're okay. There's plenty of flux on there. Many flux given. And yes, that is a typical soldering pun. Oh gosh, that's well and truly bent over. Oh geez, I might have just snapped that. We'll see. Probably the caps. Caps look like they're the next ones. I'm not sure what color these LEDs are, but one shall find out. Stripe goes on where the stripy bit is on the board. And the stripy one is also the short leg, which will help me in a minute for the LEDs. And I haven't looked if there's no other comments. So I haven't missed out anything there. Should I put the other one in? Yeah, go on. Why not? But that's okay. That one. Put the long leg in the hole first. There we go. Like that. Always works better with sound effects. Now, maybe if I twist it like that. The other thing about Rocky is that first, it's that training sequence. When people think about the Rocky film, and I was saying this earlier, people always think about the running up the museum steps and the triumphant music and whatnot, but that's not the first training sequence. The first training sequence, he's huffing and puffing and can barely breathe to get up the steps, and there's no fanfare, no one cares who he is, no one cares what he's doing. So that's, yeah, I think that's an important thing, and it's a very gritty film as well. It's quite a dirty, grimy looking production. Even the film shots, there's a very grainy quality to them. But it's a John Avildsen film. Oh gosh, that's washed out, isn't it? What if I take that light away? No, that's terrible. Hold on, what if I... Where's the light pollution coming from? Is it that? Is it the... No, it's not that either. I don't know. Well, that's terrible. I'll flip it over and maybe it'll... Well, that looks better. I'm sorry. Oop, bumped the camera. I'm trying to figure out where the best place to put this is. I think what I have learned is there's a lot of light leaking in. That is clearly not helping. I'm making everything very, very grainy. Very, very out of focus. And now the board's fallen off. Maybe that's too close. Maybe that's it. Maybe I can just do the rest of it like this. And I can hold it. Short leg. Short leg is the negative, I think. There we go. Short leg on there. Bend the legs. Bending the legs. Nope. Misfired. Okay. Lay it down. Maybe I can do it like this. Maybe I can just sort of... How to get a cold joint. In one easy move. They don't look too bad. It's probably a bit on the wonk, but there you go. Another thing I saw someone do is actually cut these off so they are flush. Oh my gosh, everything's... looks like there's been an earthquake in downtown Metropolis. It's terrible. But never mind. The main thing is, will it work? Or will I have provided a half the Muhammad Ali story? The interesting things, those sport films get a bad rep because they get turned into sort of action-packed, blood fests or whatever. It's all about the winner. But Rocky, and I always tell people, Rocky isn't a boxing film. Rocky is just an underdog story, but it works through boxing. Boxing's the guise for it. How can I... I really don't know how I can hold this and do this at the same time. I'm struggling. Maybe I can balance it again. Will it balance on here? If it didn't balance on that surface, I don't know why I think it's going to balance on this surface, but maybe it will. Maybe if I just hang on to the edge of it. My, that solder got hot. I'm sure anyone would be amazed to know. Bing! I'm trying to hold the end of it. Oh, I poked myself in the hand with it. Now, what to do for power? How to power it? Something. Well, this is 3 volts. Maybe I've got a... Looks deceptively like this last one that I tried to put together that I got wrong. There we go. Maybe it just doesn't have enough voltage. Maybe I need something bigger. I wonder, what do I have that might power this? Oh, I know. I think I know. One moment. I shall return. DM64. One of them. This is a 6-volt. I wonder if I can swap that somehow. There must be a way I can actually mirror this image. Maybe it'll come out later on. Maybe you're seeing it the right way around, but I'm seeing everything on my screen back to front, which is annoying. Anyway, it's a 6-volt rechargeable battery, and I can check its voltage. I wish it had a little stand. Oh, it does. I wish it had a little stand, and it does. But the little stand makes it no good for showing the voltage. So let me move that out of the way. Yeah, let me move that out of the way there. Sure. Set it to voltage DC and just check. 4.35. Hey, if it's over 3, we should be on to a winner. Some Cableau. Now, wouldn't that be handy? Do I make more cables? Because I could just attach these and then figure out how to... Do I use these? These might be rubbish. Do I use them? I suppose I do. Alright. Let's get this on. Get that on there. Go on. Oh, go on. Of course, that's not going to work now because there are other components that are taller than it. I have been taken in by this ruse. Terrible. I'm going to have to hold it and it's just going to get really hot, isn't it? You have to try and hold it like that. I can't remember how I hold it. I think I have to hold it like that with the thumb there for stability. And then somehow I have to get this onto there. Maybe it'll work. Let's see. I only have to get one on. Once I've got one, it will hold itself there. Oh my god, I think I've done it. That's handy. Maybe I'll just I'll turn it around so I can attack it from this way. I know sometimes I use an awful lot of solder and sometimes I use a little bit. And that's why the solder joints look as they do. But if it works, then who cares? Alright, what do I need? I need some wire and some crimp connectors. Some wire, which I may find or not. But I may have found some there. No. And no. Of course, let me find something. I know I've got some. I know I have some. Alligator clips would be handy. Alright, I know where there's wire. I shall return with wire. Here is the supercomputer for your entertainment. Don't leave that there, it'll catch fire. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I have returned. I should have played the La Costa Lotta Leisure Suit Larry mix. Do 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 do. Anywho, right. So we just need a couple of bare ends there, don't we all? And then twisting and twisting. Oh, I need a little screwdriver as well, don't I? And of course, if this doesn't work, then I will retire altogether from soldering, and I will never again try and solder in a live stream. But there you go. What do you get? You tries, and if you fails, well, you should just tries again. There's some spade connectors. Nope. Yeah, bollocks. Oh well, what I can just blob some solder on them, can't I? I can just tin them. I can just tin them, hey, and then just get a screwdriver. I can get a little screwdriver. The problem with doing it like this is it gets really freaking hot. It's better to hold them like that. How to tin wires without a thing to hold them in. I do have a thing to hold them in. It's just in a pile of junk in the shed. So I'll just sort of rest the soldering iron there and just sort of. Lovely. And then do the same for this one. Oh. Stop jiggling about. Oh yeah, that's on. It's just so they will hopefully go in there, and then I'll get a little screwdriver. A little. Just reminded me to say bonjour, Paul. Is this going to fit? Oh yes, it will. It will indeed. It will indeed. Do. Which one? I did these, so I should probably tin these ones. That would be helpful because I think I tinned the one end and not t'other. Yeah, I think I've tinned opposite ends, which isn't. Oh look! Oh my gosh! Genius! How will this go wrong? Apart from not being able to see what I'm doing, it's an unmitigated failure. There you go, one. And that one. Feed it through. Look at that. I might have invented a technique. I may have just done that. How good would that be? It's a bit neat. Ah! Come back, you. Right. Lovely. Oh dear me, there were unforeseen circumstances. All right. There is a negative. That thing is with these, you kind of have to be careful you don't squash them down too much. And I am always squashing them down too much. The reason I actually have the meter, the little meter, is for Dalekking. Because I went to an event, it was one of the first I'd ever gone to, with the fellow EP sci-fi people, and I ran into electrical problems, and a wee multimeter would have been really helpful in diagnosing them. We did get it eventually. We sort of used alternative trial and error methods to diagnose what was wrong, but a multimeter would have made it so much easier. Now, I wonder if I could. Can I use these as a clamp? I think I could. I clamp that on there, and then I should. It says 3.5 to 9 volt. Wish me luck. Yay! It's neener. It's mildly functional. That is flashing way too fast to be used in a TARDIS, even with different LED lights, but at least it worked. It's definitely flashing like something that has 4.5 volts in it, but it's working. I wonder what it would do with a USB, a standard 5 volt supply. It might be much better. But there you go. It works. I built a thing. I built a small circuit board and turned it into a flasher. There you go. I've made a flasher. So that's a plus. And it only made this much mess. And interestingly, I haven't burnt myself on the soldering iron tonight. Perhaps I should just grab the end of it to be sure. No. So this is, there you go, the new soldering iron. Not the new soldering, the new multimeter works. I'm not sure I'm keen on the Unit T brand, but there you go. It works fine. It does what I need it to do. And it will be good for Dalekking and basic troubleshooting of, 12 volt, 24 volt things and testing continuity in cables and whatnot. So that's good. Other than that, I think that's probably all. I'm happy with that. I should have left it running, shouldn't I? I might set it up again and leave it running. And I'll just borrow this adapter patch lead thing from my battery charger to hold everything together while it's got a very small field of view. I might just go up there well, now I'm going to do this and it's all going to be in the way. So I'm just going to. There we go. Oh, happy days. I wonder what that's actually. I wonder if I can see the voltage dropping now as we go through. It's DC. Oh, other way around. Yes. I would say this. I knew this lead acid was not long for this world anyway. It actually came out of one of the many ride-on toys that we've had for a while. But we converted it to 12 volts, and it works much better. So with 59 minutes, the stream will end in just under a minute. Now, I've had this thing that I was going to do, and I should just follow through on that. I think I put the book. I think I put it under here. So I have to tally up the scores for the end of the stream so I can just record. Oh, look, there's plans for a bedside table that I haven't built yet. There's lots of plans for things I haven't built yet. That's okay. What's that one? Gee. There are so many plans for things I haven't built in here. So What is it? It's the Association of Metric Bananas. Yes, I can see the scores right now. Tonight I'm happy to announce at the end of the stream that the winner is the Association of Metric Bananas, who have defeated Clive Palmer's Hairdresser 37 points to 1. So well done to the Association of Metric Bananas. Your award will be sent out forthwith. That's it for me. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. Good night. The stream is now coming to an end. Awkward pause for 2 clicks.